Let's bring in a congressman involved in the health care talks. He is vice chair of the House Republican Conference. He is Congressman Doug Collins. Good to see you, sir.
Hey, it's good to see you as well.
What do you think of the CBO score here?
Well, I think it showed exactly what we've been looking at. It actually, from their, the work in the legislative branch on the Senate side, they've actually lowered it 22. We're looking at still finding the $351 billion in savings, and we're still moving forward away from a system that is completely broken and leaving people without health insurance to actually something that is affordable and will actually get people back involved in having something that they can actually use. We just heard a number just recently, maybe I don't know if you've heard this or not, that we're up to now where 41% of the counties in the United States will be down to just one carrier next year. That shows you that's up from just 33, 34% earlier in the year. So this is going downhill quickly. This is something that I'm proud of the Senate for working on. We're going to continue to look at it. 4
out of 10 counties, just one insurer. That's called a monopoly. That antitrust guys should be all over that. Do you trust the CBO's numbers? Because remember, by this time, or rather in a few years, they said there were going to be 21 million people insured. We know 10 million went into the exchanges, 9 million went into Medicaid. I mean, I know the CBO numbers have been routinely attacked. How do you feel about them?
Well, I think you just go back and look at what the CBO said, like you said, about the original health bill itself. It never lived up to promises. I think what you're looking at here, too, is many of the folks who are going to supposedly lose insurance are going to be just dropping their insurance because there's no mandate anymore. And what they're getting through the mandate and getting through the exchanges, people have to understand that they don't want this insurance. This insurance is not working for them. It's insurance, but not health care. We're trying to get people access to affordable health care through a program that actually lets them be able to use their insurance to go to doctors that they want to have. The doctors will accept the insurance and actually be able to use that. What Obamacare has done is 4 in 10 is not just a monopoly, it's a tragedy, and I think that's what we got to look at.
And Congressman, there's so much misinformation and falsehoods being reported out there that people are going to be tossed off of Medicaid. It actually cuts the rate of growth in Medicaid. I think Medicaid spending in the next 10 years is going to hit $528 billion, up from $374 billion right now on just Medicaid alone. Go ahead.
Well, I think Medicaid is a big issue that we're having to deal with, and as I think as the Office of Budget Management, Mick Mulvaney actually said, if there's a reason to deal with this, it is the Medicaid piece of this, because we do have to get long-term in how we look at this and how the states can have a part in this of actually forming and crafting their Medicaid program to actually do what they do best, and that is take care of their individuals in their own states. So when we look at this, this is something that is, and again, I want to emphasize this again, this is a problem for all of us, Republicans, Democrats. If I was Joe Manchin in West Virginia, I'd have to be questioning 169% increase in premiums in my state. If I was Claire McCaskill in Missouri, I'd want to be questioning why it's over 140% in my state. When you start looking at this, this is a problem that we have to deal with American people because we care about what's going on. That's why the Republicans are doing this. That's why we're continuing to fight, and we have a lot of different ideas, but the Senate is pushing through with this, and I think the American people will begin to see what we're trying to do is actually provide them something that they don't have right now.